And I'm sorry. You know what? I think I'm just going to skip over my black highlight today because I just have something a little bit serious to talk about. So, Poe and I always talk about what I like to call spiral culture, which is this culture in which we watch people just spiral out of control and we don't try to help them until they get to a point where it's just absolutely like necessary. But we see people going through things. Anyway, I bring that up because I work in a hookah bar, and just like a bartender, people like to tell me all their problems. Yesterday I was at work and I was sitting with two girls. They were young, 21 and 22. And I noticed that they, how do I put this?
Dumb as fuck.
Soft as cotton, bro. Like, between the two of them, they brought up suicide or self-harm at least 10 times. Like, every situation ended with them saying, like, and then I tried taking my own life. And then I started cutting myself. And these situations that they were in...
Somebody saw something.
Yeah, but it didn't even warrant that. Like, the situation that they were in was not suicide worthy.
Well, let
me finish. Because I see these girls all the time. There is this fucking traumatized trend that's going around where people younger than ourselves, whom I don't associate with that much, except for when I'm at work and my younger sisters, they have like fallen into this trap of like every single thing is like the end of the world. Like every fucking thing, like my dad said he wasn't going to pay for my school anymore. I tried to kill myself. What?
You do know.
What?
That you'll be the fuck okay.
It's things like that. My boyfriend put me out of our house. I tried to kill myself. I'm like, what? I keep telling them, like, I don't mean to sound insensitive, but also y'all sound really fucking dumb and, like, super soft. And I don't want to seem like I'm, like, you know, trying to, like, come at people or whatever, but when did we get to a point where, like, everything just ended up in like suicide? And why why do we watch our younger generation just become like more and more and more infatuated with like this self-destructive behavior and like thought processes? Like, it's just not normal.
Here's what I noticed, because I agree, but then I'm going to offer up a different perspective. Because did you finish 13 Reasons Why too?
No.
Okay, so but you watched some of it with
Yeah, at your house, yeah.
And you watched the first one.
I
did. Even in the first one, it's like, come on, y'all. What the fuck are you even talking about? But at the same time, this generation has a lot more shit than we had as far as technology, social media. You know, when we was in school, if somebody was bullying you or talking shit about you, you could escape and go the fuck home. You go home, you deal with your neighborhood people, your siblings, your mommy, dad, whatever. You got some reinforcement and some validation at home. With these new age kids, I think our generation and the generation before underestimated the power of social media, because it's a constant thing that they got to deal with. And I don't think that this generation's parents, which are the ones before us, they're not ready for that. They don't know social media. They don't understand it. They get on the Facebook and fucking do whatever, Bible quotes, whatever, but they don't understand. And they not diving into what interactions their children have on a day-to-day basis. And then their whole life, all the standards, everything that you're supposed to be is dictated by social media. So, for example, if the girl, the daddy don't pay for her school or whatever.
Now, mind you, these are high schoolers.
This is what I'm saying. If she don't end up in school or end up in the college that she announced on social media because her daddy don't want to pay for it, that's a blow she feel like she gonna hit. It's like the anxiety is like a self-conspiracy theory.
Now, let me give you some backstory. The reason why her dad said he isn't going to pay for her school is because, one, she lied about the price to get more money from him. And two, she waited until 3 days before the money was due to ask.
Right.
I noticed this a lot in this younger generation, that they like
this is what I'm saying,
to
Daddy,
make issues for themselves.
Daddy, why you didn't tap in and figure out what the fuck you was paying for in the first place?
Because she a grown-ass woman. They don't live together.
But this what I'm saying. But you gonna sit up and pay for her schooling. Why you don't know what the fuck is going on? See, that generation is so detached from their kids.
Well,
because their
according
kids
to
are
the
social media
voicemail
babies.
that he left said, she typed up a fake-ass little sheet of paper.
Oh, she's a crafty bitch.
Yeah, this, you know what I'm saying? Like, and again, this is something that I noticed. Like, this, when talking to these younger kids, they
don't take no accountability for shit
They
either.
don't. I had a boy who was damn near ready to kill himself because his mama was allergic to his cats. But you're grown enough to go live somewhere with your cats. So it's just shit like that. Like, you ready to throw it all away because of a situation that a lot of times they put them, not that, I understand the bullying and all that other shit. But the Hannah Bakers, I don't get and I won't never get. Hannah, okay, you got bullied. I understand that.
Right.
And then you walked your ass
with
to the
Lily White girl. Different perspectives. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, these girls were white.
That's what I'm saying.
The
That's
girls
what I'm
talking
saying.
about.
So they already built with a different level of strength than the black girls, the fucking Cece Bakers. Like we know how to fucking navigate and deal with shit because shit has been hard for our generation, the generation
who is
before,
Cece Baker?
the generation before. This is the black girl version of Hannah Baker that I made up. I made her up. She's
Why can't her
Cece.
name be like Harriet? She has an
Harriet.
H name.
I don't know. Her name is C. Fucking C.
Oh my gosh.
Sierra
I don't like that.
Baker.
Sierra Baker.
But that's the thing that I noticed in watching that show, and we're going to get back to the black highlights in a minute, but watching that show is like, yeah, all of this shit to me is very fucking stupid from top to bottom. But at the same time, like you hear Clay, the character Clay that's been trying to save everybody's life the whole fucking time, he says something along the lines of, the parents ain't gonna do shit but be sad for a week and then move on. You know, they don't pay no attention. The school administrators, they don't pay attention to what the fuck is going on. All they worried about is their bottom line. You're paying the football coach double than you paying the fucking counselors in the school. You know that these motherfuckers have hierarchies and they bullying people and they fucking and they doing this, all this, but you don't care because they making your school some money. Then when the bitch kill herself, you wanna act like you didn't have shit to do with it just so you don't get sued. Not so you can save any other children that may be going through the same dumb shit. Even down to Hannah's parents. It's like, y'all didn't know none of the shit that came out in court. None of the testimonies of them kids. Some of them was lying, but most of them was telling the truth. You didn't know your daughter. You didn't tap into what was going on with your daughter. You worried about who the fuck your husband's fucking. And your teenage daughter is spiraling. And you don't see it. You don't realize it. You completely confused when you walk in and see her bloody in a bathtub. When it should have never been that in the first place. You should have never been that out of touch with your child.
It sucks because there's like this line there. You have kids, you have Hannahs who go out of their way to hide shit from people, go out of their way to make you have to figure out what the fuck is wrong with them. And then you have parents who only care so much anyway. So, bitch, now on top of the fact, it's not like you're trying to talk to me and I'm ignoring it. You ain't trying to talk to me and I ain't trying to talk to you. Right. You know what I'm saying?
I got my own shit to worry about.
So we have these kids who literally run to social media for everything.
For everything.
They don't talk to
people. And then
people.
when social media don't give them the answer they need, then it's time to kill myself.
Exactly. And I can't understand it. Like,
we can't, because we didn't have it that bad, but if we did, if Facebook would have came a couple of years earlier, we would have had some Hannah Bakers and some shit all up in the school, the way the people was. But then, it's like I said, it's just a generational change because the baby boomers don't understand how they fuck shit up.
And I don't think it's just social media either. I think it's a way of, like, the way that people are raising their kids now, like, with the fucking participation trophies and
they can't
he's
lose
on
shit.
the spectrum.
They can't get a whooping.
You can't hurt their feelings. Everybody has to be included. You are equal in my house, even though you don't pay for fucking shit. I'm supposed to listen to what you say,
even
even though
out their parents.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, and then you wonder why these kids is fragile, soft as hell. You can't say shit to your kids at home. You can't discipline them. They at school cussing out teachers and shit. They have no respect for authority. The moment somebody tell them no, they're throwing
then they
tantrums.
want to slit the wrist.
Girl, if throwing tantrums and shit, and this is from the little kids all the way up to the high schoolers. And it's like,
yeah, and you see a lot of suicide has happened with little kids, like 7th graders, and it's like, now bitch, I understand you not being all in touch with your teenager, but bitch, your fucking 12-year-old, 11-year-old, what are you missing? What is it?
kids shouldn't have phones.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think the generation that parents, this problematic generation that we're talking about, I don't think they understand how much more work they have to do.
We're at a point now where kids are literally like setting up audiences for suicide.
Right.
Like, follow me on live. I'm about to kill myself. Like, what?
And the kids are desensitized to it to an extent. And like, you see it's being pushed in music in certain ways. Like, I understand.
I don't know where that lighter.
I understand putting your feelings in music, but we got a lot of suicide pushers nowadays when it comes to music. Just because mental health is the talk, yes, but we need to be talking about mental health, and we need to talk about parenting responsibilities. Again, those parents of this young generation,
accountability.
Yes, they need to understand that their job is harder than it was. Like with my mom, she has me, who I'm 28, but she also has a 12-year-old. You got to parent 10 times different than you did with me because I didn't have Instagram. I didn't have a phone. I didn't have an Xbox. I didn't have all that shit for you to monitor. Your job is 20 times harder now. You got to be that much more in tune, or you got to take all that shit, and none of that is allowed in my house.
You know, I stand firmly by the concept that children need to be independent. Children need to learn rational emotional reactions, and children need to learn to self-soothe. Mm-hmm. But we live in a day and age where people will straight up tell you no. If my baby cry, I'm picking my baby up because my baby is a baby and my baby is crying. Mm-hmm. And then 3 years later, your baby's still crying. And then 4 years after that, still crying. Mm-hmm. And now he's in high school and he didn't make the football team. And he don't know how the fuck to take it. He doesn't know how to soothe himself. He's just angry, running around, looking for, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's shit like that.
But then at the same time, it's not even only the victims. It's them kids that be making these kids victims also. Y'all need to pay attention to y'all mean ass, bully ass kids as well. Cause yeah, kids are soft as fuck, but kids is also more mean than they were back then. Because social media has given them 10 times more standards. You gotta be fresh, you gotta be this, you gotta be that, you gotta have followers. Your hair, you a dude, your hair gotta be long, but it gotta be just the right amount of nappy. Like, all this shit that they gotta deal with. All these parents need to tap in and pay attention to what the fuck is going on.
But they get that shit from us.
Yeah.
They don't just make that shit up. When we was growing up, the only fucking way that we could reach Beyonce is just going to her MySpace page.
Or Word Up magazine.
Where she was not our friend.
Or a BET special.
We couldn't just scroll through her shit. We couldn't see what she was doing all day. We saw her on 106 in Park, and we wasn't wearing 106 in Park outfits to school. Mm-hmm. Because those was 106 in Park outfits, and we knew that. Mm-hmm. Now little girls, they can see Rihanna whenever the fuck bundles. They want. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I was thrown back when I was coaching at the school in 2012, 2013. And coaching a dance team, and I'm trying to figure out why these bitches won't come to practice, why they high, why their hair is done, but their grades is shitty. I'm just confused. So I just wash my hands of it. Like, I can't, because the teachers, y'all not gonna do shit. These parents not gonna do shit. What the fuck am I gonna do? I'm in there fighting these hoes.
Girl, and now teachers can't do shit. Because some of these videos I see with these students, y'all better be glad y'all didn't have no kids in a class that I never had. Because let a kid get in my face. I remember DJ told me that a student at her school, where she's a vice principal at, a student at her school straight up told the teacher that she was going to fucking snatch her across the desk. Do it! Do it! Because you want to see what other lesson plans I got today? Because you're going to learn some shit.
Oh, I would have whipped her ass.
You're going to learn some shit.
And you're not going to tell nobody. First of all, I'm clearing out the room. Everybody go to recess or whatever the fuck. Because I'm finna handle you in this classroom.
Because who are you even talking to?
Who you talking to? I'm a grown-ass woman.
And that's the motherfucking problem. There's so many, we got parents now, y'all don't know shit about your kids, but every time they get in trouble, you want to yell at the motherfucker that says something
Don't
about
say
it.
nothing to my baby. Don't
Bitch, I'll beat your ass and your motherfucking baby.
You see the dollar store video where the man whooped the boy for stealing batteries? And the mama gonna come up like, stop hitting my son. Well, bitch, get out of my store.
Did you see the video, the Coney video, where this little 5-year-old boy was kicking this old ass lady in her leg, and when the old lady threw his ass, the mom ran up on the old lady? Let me have been in there. His mom would have got that motherfucking two-piece that she was looking for.
Yeah, you're getting your ass whooped.
You sit there watching your son.
Whooping your ass.
You know what? You watching your son. You watching your son kick that old lady in her shit over and over again. You don't do shit. The moment somebody want to put their hands on you, on your son, here you come running up.
That is a child. Well, get him.
Spiral culture is in parenting as well. It's in parenting as well.
Because this is the thing. Because motherfuckers be parenting like they watching the clock. Like, well, when this motherfucker turn 18, bitch, and you're going to unleash a fucking horrible human into the world, into society. Because you don't want to pay a fuck attention. You just want to wait till he's 18.
That's why I really, really, really push rational emotion reaction on my son. Because these are things that I talk about him all the time. When he get to crying and hollering over a video game, we got to sit down. Is it worth this? Are you hurt? Did you die for real? Do you have somewhere to live? Something to eat? Yeah. This is a video game that we bought you. You don't even have to play it if you don't want to. You know what I'm saying? The way that you're reacting to this is irrational.
Girl.
And this is something that me and my son work on all the time. Because I'm not raising no school shooters. I'm not raising no fucking suicide pact
No
kid.
bullies.
I'm not raising no motherfucking bully. Because, like it or not, the way that kids treat other kids, those bullies are reacting erratically as well. They don't know how to react to their own feelings. And they get to punching your motherfucking kid upside the head. We're not doing that either. We're going to figure, we're going to start young. What's wrong with you? Tell me what's wrong with you. Let's talk through it. What is wrong with you? Oh, you lost in it. You lost in the game.
Oh,
now,
you don't want to tell me? Give me all your unlocked electronics. I'll find out.
Because, I tell Paul all the time, I'll take a door. You won't have a door. I don't have to give you a door.
Girl.
There's no law that
Clay told
says...
his mama, she said, I see you put a lock on your door. He said, you know because you checked. Clay.
And then when you come upstairs and 3 of your 4 walls is missing and our room is just one big ass area...
Because you fucking tried me.
And me and your daddy in one bed across the room, and you in another bed across the room, because now it's just one big ass room upstairs.
And then it's not even neatly taken out. I
just knocked this bitch out. I dug it out with a
you
spoon.
Gotta fix it when I'm ready.
Yeah. Because who the fuck, and what you gonna do about it? You gonna take your ass across our room and go to bed. And hope I don't feel like fucking your daddy tonight, so you gotta sleep on the couch.